Chapter 1086, the 5 Elder Planets. Let's get right into it, guys, because we don't have a lot of time, and I really need to let something out. I drew this chart for you guys. We got all the 5 Gorosei, the 5 Elder Planets, the 5 Elder Stars, whatever you want to call them, with their mythical zone attached to the very top. So I drew all of them. Think it's a pretty cool drawing. If you like my drawing, drop a like and hit that subscribe button because I worked very hard on this. I'm not an artist, but I do like drawing. Drawing is a lot of fun. So check out this drawing here. I decided that my fan theory about the 5 Elder Stars is that they are based on the planets, obviously, but you know what planets are closest to the sun? If you look at the solar system, the closest planet to the sun is Mercury, then Venus, then the Earth, which is missing, which I have a theory about why the Earth is missing. Then it is Mars, then Jupiter, then Saturn. We have all the Gorosei named now. We know their full names, what planet they represent, and we even got a silhouette of what appears to be a mythical zone, right? Now, where do we go from here? I say we could do a lot now. We could probably even power scale them. I personally feel that top man, Mr. Mercury, on the left is probably the most powerful. Looks like he has some kind of like hippo or warthog fruit, right? Like mythical pig, mythical hippo, who knows? Venus looks like he has some kind of mythical samurai or something like that. Mars looks like a mythical bird, some kind of maybe like the phoenix god, like the ultimate version of Marco's fruit or something like that. Jupiter just gives me like colossal titan vibes. The fact that he's Jupiter, which is the biggest planet, he's the tallest Gorosei, and his silhouette seemed to be the largest in the initial viewing of these mythical zone silhouettes, right? When they first show him, he's like climbing on top of the ceiling. He looks freaking enormous. So there has to be something there where he's some kind of giant god type thing, right? And then we got Saturn. Saturn looks like he could be some kind of bull, some kind of minotaur type thing. It's giving me vibes from Impel Down, the awakened zones that were in Impel Down, right? So a lot of these could even be something else, right? Like they could be like Mars, for example. What if Mars is the lineage factor of Marco the Phoenix or something like that? What if it's another Phoenix fruit, right? What if these are fruits that we've already seen? I hope not, because I do hope they're like new mythical zones that we've never seen before. These are the 5 Elder Planets, the Gorosei. These seem to be final boss endgame villains for the Straw Hats, so I would hope that they're very powerful. I would hope that they have some kind of broken OP devil fruit, right? So that's where I'm going with that. I find it very interesting also that we do learn what each of them represents. Another reason why I feel Mercury has to be the strongest, top man on the left, is because not only is Mercury the closest planet to the sun, but he is in charge of justice. Very vague, right? But he's in charge of what justice means for the world government in the One Piece world. Venus is in charge of finance. Mars is in charge of the environment of the One Piece world. Jupiter is in charge of agriculture. And then Saturn is in charge of defense science. So, very interesting stuff. Another big reason why I feel like they're probably in order of most powerful to least powerful, depending on their planet, is because Saturn is the very first one we're formally introduced to. And Saturn, out of all of these, is the furthest planet from the sun. So, these are just theories, right? I know a lot of people hate One Piece power scaling, but I thought that was an interesting bit of information, and I think it's probably Oda hinting at some things. So I could see Saturn being the weakest out of these 5, even if not by a lot, even if it's just by 1%. I do see him possibly being the weakest, especially since he's the first one introduced. I don't know what their fruits can be, right? They just seem like there's these massive animals. The only one that doesn't seem like an animal to me is maybe Venus. I feel like he probably has like a Hito no Mi model Ryuma or something. I don't know, man. What if he's the god of the blade incarnate, right? That'd be pretty wild if that is the case. So we got all the planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. But where is Earth? Earth is missing in this sequence, right? It should be number 3. What if Earth was an elder star that did something very, very bad and was punished? Punished for doing this bad thing, like maybe going against Imu's orders or Imu's will. And that is why in this chapter we see the 5 elder stars. It seems like they don't quite agree with destroying Lelucia Island. It seems like they would rather test this weapon in a forest, an uninhabited area. But no, Imu wants to annihilate an island full of people. And you could see it in their eyes that they don't want to do this. But they're afraid. They're afraid that their god, their king, will punish them for not obeying. So that I think that somebody disobeyed Imu and was used as an example, and now the Gorosei will never disobey ever again. They know that if they disobey, they will be punished, and this punishment will absolutely suck. So do you guys know who I think the Earth Elder Star was? Oh, I think you guys know by now. I'm talking about the giant elephant that has been roaming the seas for hundreds of years, Zunisha. Oh yeah, I think that she is most likely the last Elder Star, the one that's missing here, because there should be one more. There should be 6, but maybe hundreds of years ago, one of them was punished for disobeying Imu-sama. And I say 6 because we already know that Uranus is an ancient weapon. Neptune, which is Poseidon, is another ancient weapon. And then we got Pluton, which would be Pluto. So those are all the 9 planets. So Earth is the only one that's inconspicuously missing here. And I personally feel that it definitely could be Zunisha, the elephant. I'm calling it now. I haven't really seen anybody touch up on this yet, but if they have, then whatever. I'm not saying I'm the first one to talk about this, but I'm the first one that I've heard talk about this. And I think it could be her, man. I think that she was punished, or he. Maybe he was one of the 5 Elder Stars, one of the 6 Elder Stars. He disobeyed Imu-sama. He was used as an example. And that is why the other 5 Elder Stars they're no longer ever going to disobey Imu again, because they know what can happen to them. And they all seem to be like these big, large creature monsters, right? So maybe their fully unleashed form is like a giant, massive creature like Zunisha, like some kind of Leviathan, Megalodon type of creature. Who knows? But that's just my theory on what they could be. I also can see maybe Queen Lily is Zunisha. I did see a theory about that Queen Lily is actually Zunisha and she's been punished, but I think I'm leaning more on my theory, right? The 5 elder planets used to be the 6 elder planets, but not anymore, baby. Not anymore. We got a lot in this chapter, man. I want to touch up on everything, but I think for now, since we're going to have this long 5-week break, I'll probably do a video every few days on a different topic. I really want to touch up on Imu, Nerona. Who else could be a part of the Nerona clan? I want to touch up on the warlords. The Seraphim confirmed. We got Crocodile, Gecko Moria. We got Dofi in the mix now, so they're confirmed to be Seraphim. Crocodile, is that a little girl? Is that a little boy? We're gonna have fun with that theory, right? So much to talk about in this theory. Like the Mother Flame, is that linked to the Eternal Flame that Vegapunk was talking about? Is it confirmed to be an ancient weapon, or could it be a new kind of weapon that was created by maybe somebody like York? Who knows, but we're going to talk about it, and we got a lot of videos coming soon, guys. Also, how can I forget the ending of this chapter? We got Saint Figarland, Garling. Lots of theories on who he could be. Is he related to Shanks? Is Shanks part of the Holy Knights? Was he put in a little treasure chest as a baby because Gold Roger and Garp were on the loose and they were beating everybody up, right? Who knows what could have happened, but We're going to talk about it the next coming week, so hit that subscribe button, guys. We got a lot of fun topics to talk about in regards to Chapter 1086. Pray for Oda. I hope he has a speedy recovery, and I hope his eyes shoot freaking laser beams when he's out of that surgery room. Take care, guys.